Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to your online geography classes. I hope all of you are doing well despite the situation which is going on around us. So, in the last video, I have explained to you about the factors affecting the climates of Asia and the distribution of annual rainfall. So, in today's video, let us continue with the major climatic types. So, what are the type of climate that is found in Asia? Asia has a wide variety of climatic patterns. The vegetation also varies according to the climate. The different types of climate and vegetation are tundra climate, taiga climate, Manchurian type of climate, China type of climate, mid-latitude desert climate, temperate grassland, Mediterranean climate, tropical desert climate, monsoon climate, and equatorial climate. So these are the major climatic patterns of Asia. So first, let us have a look at the tundra climate. This climatic type is experienced in a narrow belt along the northern shores of Russia. Winters are bitterly cold and very long. Summers are cool and short. There is hardly any rain and precipitation is generally in the form of snow. The extreme cold keeps the subsoil permanently frozen and very little vegetation can grow. So the northern shores of Russia, they experience this climatic type, that is the tundra climate. So the winters are very long, dark and cold with temperature below 0 degrees Celsius, and it lasts about 6 to 10 months. So it is very long. The summers are cool and short, and there is very less rainfall, and precipitation is generally in the form of snow. So, this extreme cold keeps the subsoil permanently frozen. The subsoil here is the soil beneath the topsoil. So, because of this extreme cold, because of the snow, the subsoil remains frozen, and therefore there is very less vegetation in this place. The next one, that is the taiga climate. South of the tundra between 55° north and 70° north is a region of coniferous forests stretching across the north of Russia and Siberia, which is classified as taiga climate. Winter lasts for nearly 7 to 8 months of the year, and here too it is extremely cold. Summers, however, are short and warm, and this is when there is moderate to light rainfall. Yet most of the precipitation, similar to the tundra, is in the form of snow. So, towards the south of the tundra, between 55° north and 70° north is a region of coniferous forests. So, this coniferous forest is a forest which contains evergreen trees that bear cones, basically the pine trees, and it stretches across the north of Russia and Siberia. So this region experiences this taiga climate. So the winter here is very long and severe, which lasts from 7 to 8 months, and it is extremely cold. The summers are short and warm, that is about 50 to 100 days, and this is when there is moderate to light rainfall. So this region also receives very little rainfall, moderate amount of rainfall, and precipitation is generally in the form of snow, similar to that of the tundra climate. The Manchurian type of climate. The climatic belt known as the Manchurian type is found in the northeast of China, eastern Russia, and stretches all the way up to the Japanese island of Hokkaido. It has moderate rate in summers that are warm and short, and has cold winters. Cold freezing winds blow from the Central Asia, and temperatures may fall below 10 degrees in many places. So the Manchurian type of climate is found in the northeast of China, in eastern Russia, and in the Japanese island of Hokkaido. So this region receives moderate rain in summers and it is characterized by warm and short summers and cold winters. So the summers here is hot and humid, and the winter is windy, dry, and cold with temperature below 10 degrees Celsius. And the cold freezing winds blow from the Central Asia. Now, the China type of climate. The China type of climate covers central China, Japan, and Korea. Winds play a big role in the climate that prevails here. Since the region lies within the belt of the trade winds, there is moderate rain all year round, and summers are hot and have more rain, while the winters are cold with snowfall. So, the China type of climate covers central China, Japan, and Korea. And the wind plays a big role in the climate of China, Japan, and Korea. Now, since this region lies within the belt of the trade winds, so there is moderate rain all year round. So, these regions receive moderate rainfall all throughout the year. And the summers are hot and they have more rain, and the winters are cold with snowfall. Mid-latitude desert climate. To the north and northeast of the China type lies the temperate desert, which covers the Tarim Basin up to the plateau of Mongolia. Climatically, summers are hot with scanty rain, while winters are very severe with temperatures remaining well below freezing point during this season. Now, to the north and northeast of the China type of climate lies the temperate desert, which covers the Tarim Basin, which is in northwestern part of China up to the plateau of Mongolia. So, this mid-latitude desert climate is characterized by hot summers with very less amount of rainfall and severe winters with temperature below freezing point. So, during winter it is very cold. Temperate grassland climate. The steppe zone lies south of the Tiger Belt, stretching from Ukraine in the west to southwest Siberia. Typically, the climate is one of cold winters and warm summers with scanty rain. It is too far inland for the rain bearing winds to be really effective. So, the temperate grassland climate stretching from Ukraine in the west to southwest Siberia. So, the steppe zone lies south of the Tiger Belt, stretches from Ukraine in the west to southwest Siberia. So, this type of climate is characterized by cool winters and warm summers with scanty rain. And it is too far inland for the rain bearing winds to be really effective. So, you will find very less vegetation in this type of in the region which with this type of climate. Mediterranean climate. The Mediterranean Sea has a small coastline on the western part of the continent. This is the area that has a Mediterranean type of climate. It includes the countries of Syria, Lebanon, Israel, and Turkey, and the climate is characterized by hot and dry summers with mild and wet winters. So, the Mediterranean climate is experienced by the region on the western part of the continent, that is in the coastline of the Mediterranean Sea, and it includes the countries of Syria, Lebanon, Israel, and Turkey. And it is characterized by hot and dry summers with mild and wet winters. Now, tropical desert climate. The climate of a tropical desert type spreads across the Arabian Desert and the Thar Desert. High annual range of temperature is experienced. Winters are cold, summers are hot, and there is scanty rain in summer. So, the tropical desert climate, the environment is extreme because of the high range of temperature, cold winters, and very less amount of rainfall in summer. So, this type of climate you will find in the Arabian Desert and the Thar Desert. Now, the monsoon type climate. The monsoon climate covers a fairly large area stretching across the Indian subcontinent. Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and southern China. Summers are very hot with 4 months of rain from the southwest monsoon. Winters are cold or very cold. So in India, we have this type of climate, that is the monsoon type of climate, because of the seasonal change of wind. So we experience hot and humid summers and dry and cold winter. Summers are very hot with 4 months of rain from the southwest monsoon. So we receive rain from the southwest monsoon, which blows from the southwest over the Indian Ocean and therefore brings in rainfall. So this type of climate is experienced in Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and southern China, and in the Indian subcontinent. Equatorial type of climate. The equatorial type of climate is found in Asian countries that lie within the latitudes 10 degrees north and south of the equator. This includes the Indonesian island, Malaysia, Philippines, and Singapore. It is hot, humid, and rainy almost throughout the year with very little variation in summer and winter temperatures. There is, in fact, only one season, the hot, wet summer season. On an average, temperatures can rise as high as 32 degrees Celsius, and the minimum would be about 27 degrees Celsius. Convectional rain occurs in the afternoons. The rainfall amount of rainfall peaks during the equinoxes. So this type of climate is found in the countries which lie within the latitudes of 10 degrees north and south of the equator. That is the Indonesian island, Malaysia, Philippines, and Singapore. These countries, they experience high annual temperature with little variation and slight change in temperature in summer and winter. It is hot and humid and receive rainfall all throughout the year. And the fact is that there is only one season, the hot, wet summer season, where temperature ranges between 27 degree to 32 degree Celsius. And the amount of rainfall increases during the equinoxes. So what is an equinox? Now, an equinox, the equinoxes mark the beginning of the spring and fall seasons. The spring or the vernal equinox occurs around March 21st. The fall or autumnal equinox occurs around September 21st. During an equinox, there are 12 hours of darkness and 12 hours of daylight everywhere on earth. So, right from your lower classes, you must have studied in your GK that we have the longest and the shortest day on earth, right? So this is when the equinoxes happened. It is the time when the center of the sun falls directly above the equator. So the March equinox and the September equinox. So this Asia, physical map of Asia, you will find that the different colors marks the different type of climate. So we shall stop here for today, and we shall continue with natural vegetation and wildlife in the next video. Thank you.